Welcome viewers, this is Rahul Dev Shukla taking video lecture series on numerical and statistical techniques. In today's video lecture, we will discuss about forecasting, a statistical analysis that is known as forecasting. But before that, please like and subscribe the channel and press the bell icon so that more and more content is available of your interest. So let's start. What is forecasting? In simple terms, forecasting means estimation or prediction of future. The prediction of outcomes, trends or expected future behavior of any business or any government policies or any economical policies through the use of statistics is known as forecasting. So forecasting is an operational research technique used as a basis for management planning and decision making. So if any kind of technique is there which can predict the future events or which can predict the future values, it must be beneficial always for the decision making and futuristic plannings. So forecasting is that of the technique. What are the features of forecasting? Forecasting is always concerned with the future events. It depends upon the past data, but it is always concerned with the future events. And in last video lectures, we were discussing about the time series data. So that is one of the technique that is used for making the future predictions. But now we are discussing features of forecasting. So it is always concerned with the future events. It is necessary for planning process. So if you are going to plan for the business or for any policy or for any economic reform for long period of time in the future, so based on the past data and events, we must know about futuristic events and futuristic outcomes so that we can plan accordingly. The impact of the future events has to be considered in the planning process. Okay, it is a guessing of future events. It considers all the factors which affect organizational functions. Personal observations are also help forecasting because we have past data, okay, that is all. We have some idea regarding the future events, but ultimate judgment comes from the observation because it is a prediction only. We cannot predict the actual value or actual event what is going to be happen in future. So as accurate the observation will be, as accurate will be the planning and decision making. What are advantages of forecasting? Effective handling of uncertainty. So any kind of uncertainty or irregular behavior we are finding in the data related in which we are going to make future prediction or planning. So if uncertainty lies in the data, so in advance if we know about the uncertainties and fluctuation in the data during the uncertainty, we can take some measurements to handle that. Better labor relationship in the field of industry. How can a better relationship maintained between the management and the laborers? That can be done by the forecasting. Balanced workload, minimization in the fluctuation of production, that can be optimized using forecasting techniques. Better use of production facilities, and so many advantages are there. What are limitations of forecasting? So forecasting is to be made on the basis of certain assumptions only and human judgment and observation which yield sometimes wrong results. So that is one of the limitation. If my observation is going to be wrong or the past data which we have collected or assumptions whatever we have made for future prediction, if any of them is going to be incorrect, then my future prediction is also going to be incorrect and that may lead to a disaster. Okay, it cannot be considered as a scientific method for guessing future events. Since it is not known as a scientific method, so we cannot guarantee the result of forecasting. It does not specify any concrete relationship between past and future events. Because whatever happened in past, so we can have concrete relationship between the variables time and the other relevant data, but we cannot predict the relationship between the past and future ki okay future is going to be similar as the past is. Okay, it requires higher degree of skill, it needs adequate reliable information, and finding reliable information, adequate reliable information is very much difficult always. It is a cost and time consuming, and it cannot be applied to a long period of time. We can apply the forecasting for upcoming 2 or 3 years or short span of time, but we cannot apply forecasting for 20 years or 50 years of long period of time. Based on the nature of forecasting, there are two types of method, qualitative and quantitative. Qualitative nature means on the basis of quality of data I am going to forecast, and based on the quantity of data available and making some computations of forecasting, these methods are classified as qualified and qualitative and quantitative. Basically, the most important methods which we have for forecasting is survey method, time series analysis, regression analysis, and input-output analysis. Regression analysis is used to find out the effect of changes of the relative movements of two or more interrelated variables. It is a cause-effect analysis, and in previous video lectures of regression analysis we have discussed so much related to it. So link is also available of those video lectures, so you can go through those video lectures. So relative movement of data means what? Suppose that we have two variable x and y. If I am increasing x, so whether y is increasing in the same direction or y is decreasing, and if I am decreasing x, whether y is decreasing in the same direction or y is increasing. Okay, so that kind of relation is known as relative movement of data. And if I am not finding any relationship between movement of x affects the movement of y, so regression analysis cannot be applied over there because x and y are not correlated. So regression analysis always applies on the data when data variables are correlated to each other. So correlation tells the degree of movement, but regression analysis tells us exactly if I am increasing 1 unit of data in x, how much data is going to be increased or decreased in the variable of y. So amount of data movement we can get through regression analysis, and that can be used for future predictions. And detailed video lecture you can see using the link given in the description. Input and output analysis, these are studied with the under this method a forecast can be made if the relationship is there between input and output. Relationship is there between input and output means what? Sometimes I have input, I can predict output, and sometimes desired output is with me, and we can calculate for these desired outputs what must be the input. So both can be calculated with respect to each other. That is known as input and output analysis, and it can also be used for making forecasting. Survey method is what? Field surveys can be conducted to collect information regarding the attitude of people, or field surveys can be made for gathering the information related to agricultural crop production, or field surveys can be made for population calculation. So these can be calculated and performed for collecting the data required for making future events prediction. Time series analysis, this method is quite accurate when future is expected to be similar to the past. And again I will discuss about, we have discussed time series analysis in last video lectures. I am again providing link of time series analysis in the description. You can go through that, where I have discussed time series analysis and making predictions using trend analysis by taking some numerical examples also. Okay, so time series data can be used for forecasting when I am making an assumption that okay, future is going to be similar as the past is. So finally the conclusion is that the forecasting involves detailed analysis of the past and present events with a view to draw conclusions about future events and to get a clear-cut idea about probable events in the future. Thank you students. I think you liked the video. Please like and subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. Thank you.